Yesterday, OpenAI shipped an agent that finishes your work while you sleep. Give it a goal, walk away, come back to a finished doc, a finished deck, a finished site. Sounds like your job just got a countdown timer on it. We've been building agents like this for real businesses for over a year, and there's a very specific kind of task this thing still can't be trusted with. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one, and exactly how much of your job is actually safe. This is ChatGPT Work. It runs on GPT 5.6. It replaces OpenAI's old browser agent completely, and OpenAI says it can work independently for hours. We're not here to react to a press release. We're here because we run agent workflows for real clients every week, and we're going to show you exactly where this thing is legit, exactly where it isn't, and yes, we're going to settle the score between ChatGPT Work and Claude's Co-Work feature, Mortal-Kombat-style. Stick around. So here's what's real. ChatGPT Work takes one instruction, something like put together next week's client report, and breaks it into steps on its own. Spreadsheets, slide decks, documents, even simple websites without you checking in after every step. Under the hood, it's not one model doing everything. It's a planner that breaks your goal into a task list, then hands each task to a specialized sub-agent, then checks its own output before moving to the next step. That loop, plan, delegate, check, repeat, is the actual engine here, not magic, and it doesn't just add this feature quietly. It replaces Atlas, OpenAI's entire browser agent product from last year, completely. That's OpenAI saying the future isn't an agent that browses for you. It's an agent that finishes the whole job. But here's what the demo videos don't answer. How much are you actually supposed to check before you hit send on what it makes? OpenAI's own materials say the agent works independently for hours. So what happens in hour 3 when it's made a decision based on a source that's already outdated or pulled a number from a page that changed yesterday? Nobody in this launch cycle is talking about that. And that's exactly the gap we've had to solve over and over, building agents for real operations, because the failure doesn't show up as an error message. It shows up 3 steps later as a wrong number in a finished document that already looks perfectly professional. And look, somewhere in San Francisco right now, ChatGPT Work is standing over Claude's Co-Work feature going finish him. This is a genuine arms race. Every lab is racing to ship the agent that finishes tasks with the least human babysitting. Whoever wins that race gets the default seat on your desktop and your credit card. So here's where we've actually seen this work for real. We build agent workflows for clients that do exactly this shape of task. One instruction in, a finished document, a finished proposal, a finished follow-up sequence out. We had a client whose team spent 4 hours every Friday assembling a weekly ops report from 6 different tools. We built an agent that does the exact same plan delegate check loop ChatGPT Work is selling, and it turned 4 hours into about 12 minutes of review. That part of the claim checks out. We've watched it happen with our own clients, not just in a demo video. And it's worth being honest about where ChatGPT Work sits next to the competition, not just next to its own marketing. Claude's Co-Work leans more conservative. It asks for confirmation more often, which is safer but slower. Google's agent tooling is further along on multi-app orchestration in some workflows, but has a rougher setup process for a non-technical team. ChatGPT Work's actual edge isn't raw capability, it's that OpenAI made the setup dead simple. For a small business owner with no engineering team, dead simple usually wins the adoption race, even when it isn't the most capable option on paper. But every single time we've shipped something like this, 3 categories of tasks still needed a human checking the work before it went anywhere. 1. Anything pulling in outside data that isn't verified in real time, prices, availability, anything that changes daily. We've seen an agent confidently quote a shipping cost that was 3 weeks stale. 2. Anything writing into more than one system at once, where a mistake in step 1 breaks step 4 somewhere you can't see yet, like updating a CRM record before confirming the deal actually closed. And 3, this is the fun one, anything touching a decision with actual legal or compliance weight, where looks right and is right are cousins, not twins. Ship an agent like this without a checkpoint on those 3, and you're not saving time. You're just automating your mistakes faster, with better formatting. And here's the part that never makes it into a launch thread. Cost. Running an agent through a multi-step plan delegate check loop for hours isn't one API call. It's dozens, sometimes hundreds, chained together. We've seen simple agent tasks that looked free in the demo cost more per run than just paying a freelancer for the same deliverable. Once you count every planning step, every check, every retry, when a sub-agent gets it wrong. If you're evaluating this for your business, the question isn't can it do the task, it's what does it cost to do the task reliably at the volume you actually need. So if you're running a business and wondering what to actually do with this, don't hand ChatGPT Work or any agent like it a task in those 3 risk categories without a review step, no matter how good the demo looked. Do let it take the first pass at anything repetitive and low stakes. First drafts, internal reports, routine follow-ups. That's the exact split that turned our client's 4-hour Friday into 12 minutes. The agent does the labor. A human still owns the send button. One more honest note before the verdict. This isn't equally useful for every business size yet. If you're a solo operator or a small team, the 4-hour to 12 minutes math is a real win today because you're already doing the review yourself anyway. If you're running a larger operation with multiple approval layers, the bottleneck isn't the agent's speed. It's your own sign-off process, and no agent update fixes that for you. Know which one you are before you get excited about the demo. And can we talk about the release schedule for a second? These labs are shipping major agent updates faster than superhero movies get sequels. Blink and there's a new suit, which actually matters for you. Whatever we say about ChatGPT Work today might need an asterisk by the time this uploads. That's not a knock on the video. That's the actual pace you're building a business on right now. So the real story isn't AI finishes your work now. It's that the agent got a lot better at the 80% of tasks that were always safe to automate. The 4 hours into 12 minutes kind of task, and the demo just doesn't show you the 20% where you still need to be the one checking. Build for that split, and this thing is a genuine unlock. Ignore it, and you're just moving faster in the wrong direction. ChatGPT Work is real, and the core capability, one instruction in, a finished document out, is exactly as good as OpenAI says. What's missing from the launch conversation is the oversight model, which tasks are actually safe to hand over completely, and which ones still need a checkpoint before the output goes anywhere that matters. If you're already running AI automations, that's the actual decision in front of you this week, not whether the agent works, but where you still put a human between it and the send button, and whether ChatGPT Work actually finished off Claude Co-Work. Ask us again after the next model update. This fight's not over, and at this release pace, the rematch is probably next month. If you're building AI automations and you've hit this exact wall, knowing when to trust the output and when to check it, drop a comment with what task tripped you up. I'll break down the next one. See you in the next one.